Good afternoon. We're back here at TB's cabin working on the well shaft. Just started my well shaft. Today is the 7th of March. It's no guarantees that we'll get water, or even if we do, that it's going to be any good. It's just a chance you take when drilling wells. Alright, well, I'm going to go as far as I can go down with the postal diggers, and then what I'll do is tomorrow I'll go and get a drill bit set up, and we'll get a mud pump if I can find one. I'll need a mud pump, a drill bit that I'll make for a 3-inch cutter on the tip, and then I'll probably use PVC pipe and give that a try. Build a handle for it so you can turn it back and forth. It's a slow process, but it's a way to get a well in. So by the time hot weather gets here, I should have a well, if there's any water down there. And according to the peach tree limb, there is. Let's see if that peach tree works. And sometimes, even if you don't find water, it's because with this kind of well, I can only go about 25 feet, maybe 30. Maybe 30 feet. See, I made that a little wider, and it's okay too, because I'm going to drop a 5-inch piece of pipe with a cutter on it down in there. I'm going to work it just as far down in there as I can, and then I'm going to put a T on it to run over to the mud box, and then the upper part will be open to put my 3-inch cutter pipe down. We're going to see if we can cut the center out first. And then when we cut that center out, I'm going to leave the 3-inch in, put a cap on the top of the 3-inch, and leave it in there. Then I'm going to drop the 4-inch pipe with another cutter over it with cutter teeth and work that out and use that mud pump and get some whatever they call it, it's something like concrete in a bag. I can't never pronounce the name of it, but bentonite. That will harden up. What that does, that hardens up your sand so it don't cave in on you, so you don't have to have a well screen. I mean, you probably could still use a well screen if you wanted to, but I don't think you'll need it. And then you can use gravel at the bottom of your well pit. Oh, probably, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 inches. I'll just have to read up and see what they say about that. We never did measure ours. We just dug the well. But we had augers that we drilled with when I was a kid, or a cable tool to drill it with. It wasn't one of these hand deals like I'm having to do now. I just about went probably as far as I can go. Maybe I can go a little farther with these postal diggers. But this is just to start it. When I get started drilling my well. But tomorrow I got to go and look for the parts to put it together with. I'm going to try to find some Mule Team 20 borax, and I've got to build a bit. I've got to make the bit out of probably 3-inch nipple, with a 3-inch nipple with a 6-inch, with a 3-inch cutter with a 6-inch nipple, or 8-inch, it don't matter, just some kind of a steel nipple. And then you put your collar on it and screw it into your PVC, then your 3-inch PVC collar, because I'm wanting to cut that center out at least 3 inches. Maybe if I can figure out a way to make that center, or the widest part of it, cut out 3.5, that would even be better. So I can get what I want to do is get a 3-inch submergible pump down in this well when I'm finished. If I get plenty of water and good water. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Whoops. Did I flub up? I may have to widen it out anyhow when I get 5-inch PVC. I'm going to get about 10 foot of it, I guess. Probably go down. That's probably all the farther you're going to get with it. You can go as far as you can with a 5-inch. for the upper part here. And that's what I'll have to have a nipple for, or a T for rather. A T that's in the 5-inch, and then you're going to have a slew box, either over here, it don't matter which side, but somewhere to run the water whenever the water goes in the 3-inch pipe down in there as you're drilling. Then the water was their theories are anyway, theologically, that it's supposed to push the dirt and the water and the sand back up to the top. We'll see if that's true. I'll give it a shot, see if it works for me. I'll have to make a drill head for it as well, and I'll have to see what size parts, because you gotta reduce down to 1/2 inch where you're. Well, let's see. No, I'll just need one, since I'm not going to use hoses. I'm going to be using hoses, but if I get a mud pump, I won't need to make a head for the. I won't need to make a two-sided deal to hook the garden hoses to it if I can get a mud pump. Mud pump will be a lot better for drilling, and it's the only way I'm going to be able to get a 5-inch or a 4-inch well, 3.5, 4-inch well where I can get a submersible pump down. And I'm not going to go, but probably 25, 30 feet should hit the water, according to what Grandpa said it was when he dug his open dug well over there. The vein seems to be running between the two houses, Mom's cabin and mine, over to here. Now I didn't want to drill it up there near the house, because we got sewer lines and stuff like that in there, and I didn't want to be near that. So I put it out here. Out here, see. Of course, when I get it drilled, if there is any water, what I will do, I'll take a sample of it, take it somewhere and get it, probably Corps Engineers, or somewhere where you can get it tested, health department or something, find out where I can go to get it tested or test the water. I don't want to fool with the city, because naturally the city's going to tell you your water's no good, because they want to keep on selling you that tick, another tick as I'm talking about, where they hook onto your wallet, in other words. I want to get that $70 a month out of it. So I'm fixing to start weaning off from all public utilities and such eventually. If I get water, I can. If I don't, I can't. If that happens after I've drilled 3 or 4 attempts to drill 3 or 4 wells, if I don't get one the first time, I'll try it 3 or 4 times. If I don't get any good water or don't get a well, I'll just simply sell out of here and go somewhere where I can get it. But I think I'll get good water. My grandpa had a good sweet well water here. He went 15 feet down and he hit his first vein where it was coming in. He went to 25, I think he said, the deepest, but his was a 6 or 8 pit open dug pit well. If y'all know what that is, it's an open dug well. Well, they made him close it because they run their dad-blame sewer lines around here, and then to keep it from getting into his well. And that's why they had him close it. With this well house, with this well, if I get good water, I will go out and I'll get some cement blocks and concrete and put a concrete floor, put concrete around the well stem, and then I will put a well house over this one so nothing can get in, unless it's going into the ground underneath, and I doubt it, not that far down, because it's purified, natural earth purification when it's down 25 feet or farther. If you get down in the ground 15, 20 feet even, it's purified. The water has went through the natural process of the earth, and it should be clean water. Should be. Provided that gas or oil or something else hadn't got in, or mercury. It's a whole lot of things that I'll have to test for before drinking the well water. Usually what you find in wells is either artesian water. It smells like rotten eggs, but it's still safe to drink. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like to drink it, and I don't like to take a bath in it. But it does keep ticks off, they claim. But you may get that kind of water. You may get a good sweet well water. You know, it comes through cold rocks, and see, there's an underground river here, so we may just get a good